Quite some time ago, there was a country, Finland, and Finland was going through a rough time in terms of recession, and they had quite a lot of people ending up in mental health treatment as a result. And by and large, the field of psychiatry cures nothing but creates huge problems. Excess deaths from highly toxic neuroleptics is a major problem. In fact, in the 1970s, Finland had to ban clozapine. It was causing a toxic blood condition. But the answer is that a good psychological model with councelling, and when you take the anxiety of knowing something that can be forced against you at will, that's not on the table anymore. You can get down to basically healing people, and psychologists understand this, whereas psychiatrists don't. Psychiatry is largely a secular religion, whereas the field of neurology is very much a medical specialty grounded in science. Psychiatry is not on that level, and it should not be viewed as a medical specialty. In fact, Sigmund Freud actually thought that neurology and psychology would combine, and I say largely that he is right, because the field of psychiatry it's largely pointless. It doesn't achieve anything. It doesn't fix anything. One of the other problems is many Indigenous Australians in a westernized psychiatric system, that they couldn't understand it. You're utilizing westernized gobbledygook language, depression, and all this kind of stuff, and they don't understand it. And the other thing is that psychiatrists know nothing about natural identity. They know nothing about forming a connection with the land you walk on and feeling a sense of happiness or connection. They place no value on things like that, whereas that's highly core to Native American Indians as well as Indigenous Australians. And Indigenous Australians actually don't have crony ideas about happiness. It's not built on kind of Western crony capitalistic ideas, living in a mansion, drinking 12-year-old scotch, and living the high life. Their idea of happiness is being connected with country and going hunting and having fun and learning and developing. And so their concepts around happiness are far more holistic in nature. And I could largely see how their clean philosophy on happiness would not gel with the field of psychiatry. But the answer is, if I wanted to know about how to be happy, I'd talk to an Indigenous Australian. I wouldn't talk to a Western psychiatrist. They know nothing. And as I said, it's largely a secular religion, and a good psychological model is by far better. Open dialogue, Finland, and it's collectivist in nature. Different people of different cultures wouldn't be scared of it. You take the anxiety out of treatment. By and large, you have to be a lot closer to healing the problem. And by and large, coercive psychiatry cures nothing. It's pointless. It costs huge amounts of money and delivers nothing of value. And so that's my personal opinion. Go to a good quality psychological model that works. Open dialogue Finland would be my choice, and that's what I would advocate for. Thank you. Bye.